5 News, Alerting Arkansas. Sponsored by American Storm Shelters.
Did you know we have 2 National Weather Service offices that issue warnings for 5 country? Tulsa covers most of the area, while Little Rock covers Scott, Logan, and Johnson counties. This year, we're heading up to Tulsa to talk to the meteorologist in charge, Steve Piltz, to find out what's the latest they're working on to keep us safe and a little thing called warning fatigue.
Warning fatigue is real for all of us, not just the public, for the folks issuing the warnings and everybody else. It's something that we sometimes get into on a bad spring where we're having severe weather every 3 days. And so we understand that the public is having a hard time weeding that out sometimes, because oftentimes, even if a tornado occurs, it's in such a small area compared to the size of the watches and warnings that most people, even on an active day, feel like, well, we weren't hit, so everything was okay. So to them, it was a false alarm, even if a tornado occurred. It maybe just occurred 10 miles from their house.
One way they're fighting warning fatigue is by narrowing down the areas with the highest risk.
Get on a finer scale that's down below the watch and say the tornado watch is out for the whole area, but now what zone over the next 2 or 3 hours is going to be the most at risk? That's where we think the science can take us. A place like Razorback Stadium, they can't evacuate that in just 5 or 10 minutes. We issue a tornado warning, have 10 minutes lead time. We did okay, but that didn't really help the folks where you have a lot of people in one spot. They need longer.
And you have to remember, we live in an active part of the country. Tulsa may issue anywhere from a couple hundred warnings in a year to as many as 800.
Between January and the end of December, there's enough weather around here that we end up issuing quite a few warnings.
Remember, we can see severe weather here any time of year. So as we head deeper into severe season and get watch after watch, warning after warning, don't tune us out. But stay connected to your 5 News weather team. We'll keep you ahead of the storm. It only takes one to ruin your spring.